So today I tried drawing very, very differently to what I normally do. One, I used lines. Well, sort of line art. Kind of, sort of. It's weird. But I also not only did the line art, but then I used the color. I don't know why I said the color. I colored with actual colors and not black and white, which for the last ones I tried line art with, I did not do. And then I also painted over it. So this is completely different to what I'm usually doing in every way, basically. Well, the painting is, similar, but it's different. And the only reason I'm doing this, well, there's a few reasons, but the main reason is that I was looking at Pinterest for references, and then I saw an artist who was using that. I hope it was an artist. It seemed real to me. And they had this, like you could see the lines from like a really messy line art layer. But then I'm not sure if they painted on top of it or what they did, but that's what it looked like to me. So that is what I tried to do. Yeah, I mean, that's most of the backstory. This sketch I did, that's just how I normally do it though, there's nothing special with that. If you look at the other videos I've done, 99% of them will have this exact same type of sketch. AKA blue line sketch. Also, with the line art, quote unquote, that I did, it was much messier than what I've been doing when I tried to practice line art. I didn't really care how good it looked. I wanted it to look sketchier. So that's why I'm more zoomed out. And I really don't care how it looks. Except the face. Because the face is important and all that. So I wanted that to look good right away. And I eventually end up painting over it, so I didn't really care since I knew I would go back and fix stuff. Or at least, I assumed I would go back and fix stuff, which I kinda sorta did for the most part. And in the end, there are still visible lines in some spots, but that's what I wanted to do. Just like show that sketchiness. The one hand on the ground I end up changing because I don't like how it looks now, and I didn't like it the whole time, which is why I never touched it until the very end. And I still don't really like how it turned out, but good enough. Trying to think of other, I guess some of the ways I rendered stuff this time was also different, only slightly though. It was really just trying to keep in line with the light source I was going with. And also it's like actually smooth rather than what I've been doing where there's always some weird twisting flesh or something going on. So instead, it's just, like an actual human. I'm mostly talking about the legs here. Like the rest of it, I need to practice clothing more. Because, it's fine. It's fine. It's okay. But it could be better. But I don't know how much I'm going to actually practice clothing, because that is something that I should definitely be using references for. And, I don't know, I just find it hard to find good references that I want to draw. There's plenty of great references, but sometimes I just don't want to use them. And that's on me. I also think the hair turned out a little weird, but that's just because I used a whole lot of colors. Or at least more colors than I should have. Because originally I was thinking of doing like a dirty blonde, and then I went like full blonde, but there was still the brown underneath, and then I don't know. And at one point I thought about changing it to red, but then I didn't, because that would have been a lot of work at the point that I was thinking about it. Especially because I did all the colors on 2 layers. One being under the line art, and one being over the line art. Because again, I was just or speedrun this. I was not caring where I was putting it. I wasn't filling everything in. There's probably who knows how many little spaces of just straight up transparentness. I couldn't think of a better way to phrase that, but areas where there is no color at all and you can just see the background, there's probably a whole bunch of those just all over in tiny spots that I did not notice. But it looks fine. Hopefully you're not just zooming in on it to see every little imperfection, because you'll probably find a bunch. But that's not why I made the artwork. Yeah. You get what I meant by saying that, right? I sure hope so. Because I don't. Anyway, what I'm getting at is that I made it to look at like the whole piece and not zoom in on every little area. So I don't need to make it look good in every single little tiny area. Just need to make it look good on the way that it is supposed to be looked at. Which is all at once. I also eventually add golden stuff on another layer. Why? Because it's supposed to be like an angel. But the like angels in my angel demon lore world thing. I could explain it, but just go. The community post for Fiery. I don't remember exactly what day that is, but that explains it. In the images, not in the text. The text explains nothing. Might be a bit of scrolling to find that though. Anyway, here's the gold that I'm adding on its own separate layer because I wanted to alpha lock this to paint on it. Paint might be a strong word because I used a hard brush and I did not really actually paint. I layered. I used a overlay blending mode airbrush to make it really bright. And I might use color dodge in there too at some point. And I think I avoid using multiply just because it felt way too dark when I used to multiply. On the gold at least. I don't think I used multiply like at all in this, if I recall. Which is rare for me, that's for sure. I did use overlay, color dodge, and screen though. For blending modes. These are blending modes if anyone did not know. Screen overlay and color dodge all can make things brighter. Overlay can also make them darker, but I only use it in this to make things brighter. I'm like 90% sure of that. Pretty sure. Oh wait, no. I used multiply on one of the back wings. The one that is not in light. I used to, I don't remember if it was the blue or the same wing color on multiply to make it darker. Anyway, for the background, I decided to make it like a pool, just because, honestly, I did not want to draw the rest of the legs, even though it is literally the top of the calf that's missing, and that's it. So, in the water it goes. And also, honestly, it's more dynamic, question mark, to have it in water. At least more interesting, in my opinion. And then I made it a pool. Because, I don't know, I thought wanted to do some reflections in the floor, and it's much easier than doing a whole bunch of rocks and completely changing up the color palette. Here I'm finally quote-unquote fixing that hand. It's still, it looks, well, you can look at it. It's there. I should have, definitely kept working on it because it's yep. Anyways, I also used a little blur on the wings because they're further back, and I think that's the only thing with blur on it. And yep. Yep. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Goodbye. Bye. I'm done yapping. then just finishing up by putting some blue in places too. Which is like ambient reflections by